Hello guys, welcome back to another season of the Oxford United Save. Obviously we're coming off the back of a famous quadruple where we won the Community Shield, the Premier League, the FA Cup and the Champions League of course. Now we'll try to replicate that this year. Not sure if we can top another treble. If we get back-to-back trebles that would be ridiculous. But we're going to give it our best shot anyway, and there is a hell of a lot of things to tell you about that's happened over the summer and is still kind of going through now. So yeah, some things you're probably not going to like too much. However, I think in the long run it should work out to be okay. We're going to bring in the European Super Cup game today, which is obviously the winners of the Champions League and the winners of the Europa League, which are obviously Lyon, and that's who we're going to be taking on today. But I think it's important to start off with transfers and what is going on with this. So let's take a look at the history. And you can see immediately on this right-hand side that we have let go of two very key players, really, and we're in the process of bringing in some more players as well. We actually have, let me just show you it here, £80 million to spend and £384,000 on wages. So we have a lot of money to spend. We were given £50 million originally, and we've sold Donny Savage, okay, for £35 million to Tottenham. Now, I'm a little bit annoyed that we've sold them to Premier League rivals, but they were the only ones that came up with the money. I'll talk about Iheanacho in just a second, but we'll start off with Avdej, the most expensive one, and he's now a Tottenham Hotspur player. Of course, at Oxford United, you can see here on his record, 60 appearances in the league and 26 goals. Now, we decided to get rid of him just because, well, you look at the seasons, it hasn't been fantastic. I mean, yeah, the average ratings have been okay, but like 13 league goals there in both seasons that he's played in. Not fantastic return for a striker. We paid 11.75 million for him, and I thought it would be a good idea to cash in on him now because, we're probably going to get as much money as we possibly can, and he wasn't exactly doing great for us at Oxford United. I was never really that much of a fan of his, but he has now left the club and is playing for Tottenham. I don't know how he's got on. He hasn't scored a goal for the club yet. But he has done okay in the games he has played. But yeah, he's not a bad striker. You could see some really nice stats on him, but I just haven't really been able to get the most out of him, and I haven't really enjoyed using him that much. Now, the one that's painful, Kelechi Iheanacho has left. He's left for Southampton, £30 million. I didn't want to let him go. I really didn't want to let him go. He had 1 year left on his contract. I tried speaking to him. I tried to offer him contracts, and he just wasn't accepting any of them. He was unhappy. His morale was still actually, I think it was okay. But yeah, his morale was okay, but like he wasn't wanting to sign a new contract. He didn't want to do it. So I thought, okay, we might as well get some money for him now. And we cashed in at the right time, I think. £30 million is probably as much as we're going to get for him. He signed a 5-year deal at Southampton and joined them obviously for £30 million. It'll be interesting to see how he does there. He's yet to score a goal at the moment. But yeah, it will be very interesting to see. If we just take a look at his career stats here at Oxford United, absolutely fantastic. Joined us, remember, for £550,000. We managed to sell him on for £30 million, which is absolutely fantastic business, really. But in his, he came in 16 and 8, 20 and 13. If you take it like that in the overall competitions. He then got 31 goals in the season after that, the 1920 season. Got 31 goals, in all competitions, and 30 goals most recently in all competitions. Really done well for me. I really like Iheanacho. Done very, very well for the club. And now he's off to Southampton. So hopefully he doesn't do well. We wish him all the best, but not too much because Southampton and Tottenham, of course, are rivals in the league. Then Godfred Donsa has been sold to Lazio for £18 million. Couldn't really get the best out of this guy. When we signed him, I initially thought of playing like the central midfield position where he probably would have done okay, but we played a DM, and he doesn't really suit that DM role too much. Statistically, says yes, but I was never that keen on playing him there because he never really stood out and got sent off quite a few times for us as well when he did play. But if we just take a look at his history, we signed him for 12 million, made 17 appearances in the league, didn't score a goal for the club, only got a couple of assists really for us here at Oxford United. Didn't really do fantastically well. Unhappy. Might as well get rid of him. Don't want a bad influence on the squad, really. But yeah, 12 million. We sold him on for 18. Good business there. And then the other players that have been sold as well. David Fernandez has been sold to Al Ali for £10 million, the Arab Emirates side. He has now moved on. He's actually got a hip injury at the moment. But yeah, we sold him on for £10 million. Of course, remember we brought him in for £2 million all that time ago when we first got into the Premier League. We now sold him on for 10. It's been an okay, kind of a steady Eddie player for us. Done well in his first season and then kind of dropped off a little bit then. But actually wasn't a bad player to use. Came on, done a good job, and yeah, not a bad player at all. Then we sold Ravel Morrison for £4 million. You may have remembered that we were actually trying to get rid of him in January. No clubs were interested. Didn't get too much game time for us at Oxford in the latter stages of his career here. But a great player, a bit of a legend really, a fan favourite. And I really like him actually. He's done very, very well for us. If we just take a look when he joined for £2 million, we sold him on for 4. Still making some nice profit there, but really good seasons. A couple of great seasons there. Last season didn't get too much game. Well, he did get quite a few games actually. When I look at it here, 21 appearances. Didn't know he made that many. But yeah, not a massive goal scorer, but actually just contributed to the overall play really nicely. And yeah, he leaves a bit of a heavy heart for me. I like Ravel Morrison. He's moved for £4 million to Catania in Italy. And then finally, a couple more players that have moved on. Declan Rudd's gone. We won't look too much into him. Carl Basham's contract ran out. And Callum O'Dowda left on a free. He's a free agent. It makes me quite sad. A legend of this save. 166 appearances, 25 goals. Didn't want to renew his contract with the club because of the lack of game time he had. Only fair, really. And now he has moved on. And he's a free transfer. I'm not sure. Clubs should be picking him up, really. But as you can see over the years, absolutely fantastic player. Been here since the very, very, very beginning. Even before I came in. I think he's been at Oxford since he was 9, the Irish lad. And yeah, he's been fantastic over the years for us. Really, up until the Championship, a key figure for us in the side. And unfortunately, when it got to the Premier League, the level of football kind of took over and really made him struggle, I guess. But that was all of the outs for now. I think that's probably going to be it. But we have brought in some interesting players, actually. We'll start off with Jairo Riedewald I think it's Riedewald or Riedewald, I'm not sure. But he's a centre-back / left-back as well. Which kind of gives us a bit more cover. This is down to the fact that Camilo Herrera is just coming back from injury after that massive ligament injury. I'm kind of a little bit unsure if he's going to slot straight back into the team. I just want to bleed him in a bit. So I decided to bring in Riedewald to really strengthen that centre defence position. As you can see here, just highlight his stats for the defender. Very, very nice all-round player. Great mentals. Nice physicals as well. 14, 16 and 15 really standing out for us there. His tackling's good. Marking going to work on his heading because he is 6'2" actually, and he's got some good jumping reach. So heading should be a little bit better. He signs for £25 million, moved to Real Madrid for 14.5 and joined City for 9.5. We were actually in for him. But he's coming in. He's going to be one of our first choice centre-backs along with Jonathan Tah now. And yeah, he's a very good player. I'm very excited to have him in at the club. £25 million as well is a bit of a steal, I must say. Anyway, if we take a look at Lloyd Corner, the next player that we have here. Now, Lloyd Corner is 17 years old and I spent £20 million on him. But as you can see here, he looks absolutely incredible. This guy's English as well, remember, guys. So I want to kind of build up a good English contingent in the team looking into the future. So we have Hicks and Lloyd Corner, both good number 10s, both English. And of course, this guy coming in from QPR. And already, you look at the stats for the position, really, really good. A couple of things that will need to be worked on. Some of his technicals might need to be a little bit more well-rounded. Maybe some of his physicals as well. However, I think this guy's got a hell of a lot of potential that he can fulfil here at Oxford United. And he's going to be our second choice attacking midfielder. You can already see, looks pretty good. And, of course, joining us, £20 million, a lot of money. Other teams are in for him, loads of teams, like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Manchester United. The whole lot are in for him. And we just put a big bid down, managed to get his services, and yeah, he's been around for a bit actually, but hasn't really made a statement anywhere. But now he's in here at Oxford United, and hopefully he's going to do a good job for us. Now, a bit of business that I think is actually pretty good. Jack Grealish, we signed him from Manchester United for £4.6 million. He's going to be playing obviously in these wide positions out here, as you can see. But really, really nice player actually. Jack Grealish, of course, a hot prospect in real life. And he's got some very, very nice stats indeed. And I'm pretty glad to have brought him in for 4.6 million. If we take a look at his Manchester United record, didn't really make much of an impact. Joined him for £38 million from Villa. And now he's obviously here with us for £4.6 million. So I'm pretty pleased to get him in actually. And he's done quite well since he's joined. He's going to be kind of like our second choice left and right midfielder. Behind obviously Izawa and Herrera. Now a few players that I mentioned as well. Tony Guidetti has joined us from Roma. The 17-year-old, of course, we signed him a few seasons ago now, but we've managed to finally get him here at the club for 1.7 million, I want to say. Yeah, he looks like a hot prospect, really. Pretty excited to see how he develops. Good determination, which is something very important in youth players. And yeah, that's all the business. However, there's one more player that I'm looking to replace for our two strikers that have left. Fernando Salinas. This guy looks absolutely unbelievable. This guy plays for Leverkusen. He's a regen. He's from Chile. Sorry, incredible record at Leverkusen. Hopefully, we're going to be signing him for £55 million. The other fees on top will probably take it up to £65 million mark. But this guy looks absolutely ridiculous. Look at these stats: 19 finishing, 17 composure. This guy's literally one of the best strikers I could find, really, other than the other wonder kids that are already established and players. He don't want to be sold to us. But this guy, Fernando Salinas, looks absolutely insane. He's joining us prior to work permit, so hopefully that'll go through. I think that's going through on the 14th. Okay, so in a few days' time, we should be able to get Salinas in at the club. But you can see his record at Leverkusen is absolutely fantastic there. You can have a look at that. Really, really good player, and hopefully this guy is going to lead the line for us for many, many years to come. Him and Gil up front are the future of this football club, I think. And yeah, there's probably going to be a couple more players to bring in. So next episode, whenever that will be, I'm not too sure yet. I'm undecided. Might come back for the Manchester City game actually at home. Might come back for that one. We obviously got a Champions League group in between then, so we'll play a couple of those games. But I think Man City will be the next one. But let's get into the game here today against Lyon in the Europa League. Sorry, the European Champions Cup thing. What is this? Super Cup. There we go. This is the team we are going to go for today, I think. I'm rotating a few players here just because of league commitments as well. So yeah, we're going for Atola, Osorio, Galloway, Raidewald, Angelino, Lundstram in the defensive midfield position, Thomas Herrera, Izawa, Odegaard, James Wilson and Juan Gil up front. So yeah, we're going to go for that one today, boys, and hopefully we can get a win in this final. It'd be a nice trophy to add, actually. Don't think it means too much other than you are the standout team in Europe, but let's get that trophy back to Oxford. I don't know where this is being played, actually. I think it might be in France, I'm not too sure. But nevertheless, we get the game underway. And yeah, I'm very excited to get in Salinas, a player that I saw like back in the Championship. And I was like, oh God, that guy looks alright, actually. And I thought, oh, maybe we could try and sign him. Wasn't interested. Now he's probably joining us for that massive, massive fee. It'll be a club record fee. And we kind of need it after the amount that we've kind of sold and the quality of players that we've actually sold in recent weeks. So we kind of need him in. We need him to do a job. But today we've got to stick with James Wilson and Juan Gil. Obviously no Iheanacho, no Avidaj to call upon. To be fair, Wilson and Gil have got a very, very good goal scoring record individually, and hopefully they can prove it today. Izawa out on this left hand side now. Can he deliver a ball into the box? It's a great ball in. Thomas Herrera at the back post. Recently signed a new contract at the club to fend off the interest from the big European teams who were actually chucking some big money at him. £60 million was coming in for Herrera. Oh no, it was 50 million. I wanted 60. They weren't having any of it. But yeah, £50 million bids flying in all over the place for Thomas Herrera. I've declined them all. And the club captain pops in there. Great slide tackle in. And we get the lead inside 7 minutes here in this European Super Cup final, which is good. I'm pleased for this. And we're doing okay, actually, here. Not too much to report on other than just that initial highlight, game relatively dominant in our favourable possession. We have the ball here. Odegaard delivers. Asamoah gets it away. And Odegaard will find Angelino. Izawa now with the ball on this left-hand side. Hasn't got too much support. He's going to have to do some magic on his own. Goes back to Angelino. Worked that well, actually, to be fair. And it's a penalty. Raphael there with the foul. Is he going to be sent off? The former Manchester United man with the typical Raphael rash penalty. And Odegaard with the chance to make it 2-0. I'm surprised Raphael hasn't been sent off. You give away a foul in the box. It's usually a yellow card, isn't it? However, the game suggests otherwise. And Odegaard can step up, slots it home coolly, and he gets his campaign underway with a nice penalty there. Martin Odegaard makes it 2-0 to Oxford United against Lyon here. And we're looking good value for our money. That's a nice finish from Odegaard there. And yeah, we could be picking up another piece of silverware. Actually, I didn't go through the results. I'll go through that at the end of this game. Not too much to report on, actually, other than the pre-season and the fact that we actually won the Community Shield 1-0 against Chelsea, which maybe I should have covered. But I did get caught up in the transfers. But we're coming forward again here. John Lundstram now plays it out wide to Herrera. That's good play. And can he deliver a ball into James Wilson? He finds Gill. And that is a fantastically well-worked goal there. What a bit of play from Oxford United. Delighted with that. That's what we've been working on the training ground. Quick passes. Herrera into Wilson. Turns, plays it across the goal. And Gill has it on a plate for him. Actually, he does very, very well with the finish there. Kind of like a Scorpio type, like Ming crazy karate kung fu move there to score the goal. Nice finish though, nevertheless. And we're going in 3-0 up here. Very, very clinical first half here from the lads. And we are absolutely cruising. I'm very pleased, boys. Keep that performance up. Get out there for the second half. And let's have more of the same. And we might be able to bring on a couple more players as well. Maybe bring on Lloyd as well. Get him on the pitch. Get our £20 million teenager on there. Crazy that I've spent £20 million on a teenager, but that guy looks absolutely incredible. And I guess that's the premium price you sort of pay for an English teenage prospect, really. And hopefully you can have a long career here at Oxford. As actually Lyon coming forward from the kickoff, but that's the end of the highlight. Mkhitaryan having a shot away back in that highlight there that I didn't commentate on. I was talking about something else, but we're getting up to the sort of mark where I might bring a couple players on just to give them a chance out on the pitch, some fresh legs as Odegaard comes forward again here. He's got Wilson who has a shot, and it's a good save from the goalkeeper Lopez there. Wilson looking for that far corner, very nearly hitting the target. Well, he did hit the target, but hitting the back of the net, sorry. As Galloway goes back to Osorio, and we'll look to build up again here. But that is the end of the highlights, and I think we'll make a couple of subs then. Thomas Herrera will bring him off. Jack Grealish can come on today. I'll also bring on... I thought I had Guidetti on the bench. Obviously don't. I think we'll take Odegaard off and bring Corner on. And yeah, I think that'll probably do for now. I might bring Bulakadze on in a bit as well, the Georgian international, who we signed a few years ago now. Very, very clinical finisher, it's got to be said. Bulakadze, I think he's got like 19 or 18 finishing. Really nice player. Not a crazy player, but I think he's a good player to have to bring off the bench. As Grealish comes away with it down this right-hand side here. What can he do? Goes inside to Corner. The 17-year-old. Back to Osorio, who goes back to Corner. And he finds a nice ball over the top. And Gill's through here. Gill, can he? Yes, he can. I thought the chance was off there. That's why I sighed. But Juan Gill getting on to the end of that one. Good ball forward. Great flick on, actually, from Wilson. Gill maybe should have finished the first time. The goalie does well. But as the goalie's on the floor, the ball luckily falls back to Gill. And he can apply a nice finish there. And yeah, this has been an incredibly convincing victory here against the Europa League champions. As Riedwald now with the ball goes to Pereira. I wonder if that's Andreas Pereira of Manchester United. Not sure. But Mkhitaryan's through. Tola is forced into really what is one of the first saves he's made in this game. And we are going to make a quick substitution. I'm going to bring Bulakadze on for James Wilson. He was provided a couple of nice assists. I think, how many assists has he got today? I think it might have just been the one. Yeah, he has done okay though, nevertheless. But Bulakadze is going to get some game time here for the last few moments of this game, as we have really dominated. Although, statistically, that doesn't, on the surface of things, you wouldn't think, oh, Oxford won 4-0 that game. But, you know, it's a good performance nevertheless, as Grenier delivers. And Galloway gets it away. Mkhitaryan now. Lundstram steps in and Bulakadze now. Can we add a 5th goal to this game? Corner now. Hits it over the top. That's a nice ball, but Mursal gets there. And Lopez now kicks it forward. But Lundstram should be able to win that. Not sure if he did, but it ends up in our possession anyway. Grealish down this right-hand side into Bulakadze. He flicks it on to nobody. And it looks like Lyon, sorry, will get the ball there. Apologies there if you are a Marseille fan or Lyon fan. But Mkhitaryan now, the game looks like it's up. And there we go. It should be game over. It is. We have won the game 4-0. A very, very convincing win there. Very, very happy with that one. And the boys have been, well, from start to finish, really, really nice play. And some really nice goals in there as well. But if we just take a look at the past results then, we beat West Ham 1-0, James Wilson scoring that one, and Kimmich in the Community Shield final, getting us a nice bit of silverware to start off the year, which is good. But anyway, guys, I'll probably join you for the Manchester City game, I think. Depending on who we have in our Champions League group, actually, and how that's structured, then we may come back for that one. But we shall see. But for now, just say Man City will be the next game. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like. My computer is going absolutely crazy here. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.